work, Chief. Where to now?
Doc Benson's sanitarium.
Boss ought to be here now if everything worked right.
Yeah.
Hi, Benson. Good to see you.
Certainly glad to see you, Murkland.
Hi, Slater.
Welcome home, Chief. Everything worked according to plan, huh?
Not quite. Duke got shot. Jesse's making a dive for the car.
Killed?
I don't know. Have somebody find out.
Right, Chief.
Certainly seems like old times to have you back with us, Vic.
Yeah, and it's going to be like old times, Doc, if you still think you can do that plastic surgery job.
I've done tougher ones than that. Look here. Take a look at those. It's Police Commissioner Cameron.
So you think you can make me look like this guy, eh?
So much like him, his own mother couldn't tell the difference.
That's good enough for me.
But it's not good enough for you just to look like Cameron. You've got to be Cameron.
Don't I know it?
How are you, O'Hara? Good to see you.
Nice seeing you, Commissioner.
You remember Hayden?
Well, Hayden, it'll be like old times working together again.
I hope our luck will be as good as it was then.
It will be.
Sit down.
Thank you. Is there any further information on Murkland's present whereabouts?
No, I'm afraid not. He either has a very good disguise or a very good hideout.
Well, he's not the type to stay in hiding for long. Your men have a good description of him. And here's something you might add to it. Murkland has the habit of chewing the end of wooden matches and tossing them away.
Make a note of that, Hayden.
I think we can pick up Murkland through Duke Graham as soon as he's well enough to be moved. Oh, incidentally, I'd like the assistance of your best woman detective.
Certainly.
Yes, Commissioner.
Send in Detective Sergeant Blake, please.
Yes, sir.
Do you file these for me, Hayden?
Yes, sir.
You sent for me, sir?
Yes, Sergeant Blake. This is Mr. O'Hara from Washington.
Nice to know you, Miss Blake.
He's going to help with the Murkland case.
We need some help. Where do I fit in, Mr. O'Hara?
How would you like to be my wife?
We haven't known each other very long. What inducements have you to offer?
Capturing of Vic Murkland.
You've won yourself a wife, Mr. O'Hara. Now, where do we find Murkland?
Through his trigger man, Duke Graham, in the prison hospital. Graham will be healed and on his feet in about 2 weeks. And then we'll pull a fake prison break.
You can have 3 minutes.
Generous, ain't you? Hello, honey.
Sit down, baby. You're certainly dolled up. What's the big idea?
Don't you remember? It's the kid's birthday.
Yeah? Hey, that's right. How old is he now?
10. I'm giving a party for him tonight. How do you like my new, hairdo?
Hey, that's swell. Let me see. I'd like to be at that party.
Time's up.
You sure didn't stretch that 3 minutes any, did you? Goodbye, honey.
So long, sweetie.
So, a wise guy, huh?
What's eating you?
Got a kid 10 years old, have you? After telling me you've been only married for 2 years.
So what?
So there ain't no kid. And there ain't no party. And you're planning to leave here at 10 tonight. Well, I'm going along.
Ah, go on, you're crazy.
Crazy like a fox. Either I go along or you stay. And that swell doll of yours does a stretch for slipping you the knife.
I ain't made no plans for 2 of us, Duke.
can start making them right now.
Guess I got no choice. Okay. Now here's how we work it.
Hello, Commissioner. I was just coming in to report.
You've certainly dressed for the part. What happened?
Duke went for the bait. As far as I know, everything's set.
Nice work, Sergeant. Here's my cab now. Call me at the office as soon as you've made contact.
Right.
1700 Linden Road.
Take a look. If you're not Police Commissioner Cameron, I'm the Queen of Sheba.
Swell job, Doc. You're an artist.
Yeah, that's what the judge said when he sent me up the river.
What is this place?
This is a rest home for the mentally afflicted. I'm the physician in charge.
Don't be a fool. I'm Police Commissioner Cameron.
Yes, I know. You think you're the police commissioner, but you're suffering under a very serious derangement. Police Commissioner Cameron is seated there.
Who is this man? You heard what he said. I'm the police commissioner. Victor Murkland. That match-chewing habit will hang you yet. Very clever piece of plastic surgery, Doctor. But you can't get away with it. His voice alone will betray him. Not when I speak in the voice of the commissioner. Listen. All these years in stir haven't been wasted, Cameron. Gave me a chance to study your voice, your walk, and all your mannerisms. As for dress, your wardrobe ought to fit me perfectly. I'll get by, Cameron, even with Ted O'Hara around.
Get set, Duke. Get into the hamper, Duke. We made it, baby. Thanks.
What's this bird doing with you?
He's Duke Graham, one of Vic Murkland's mob.
Pleased to meet you.
If he comes up the works, don't blame me. I only bought duds for one. There's a raincoat in the car that he can wear. I only bought one rod. Your pal can use mine. See, I get it back.
You sure thought of everything.
Yeah, and I'm ditching the truck. From here, you're on your own.
Swell day.
You said it. Put the raincoat on and do the driving. I'll dress as we go.
Commissioner Cameron speaking.
Hello, Commissioner. Sergeant Blake speaking.
Oh, yes, Sergeant.
It worked slick as a whistle. O'Hara and Duke Graham are on their way to Murkland's hideout.
That's fine. I'll be interested to get your report.
Right.
Hey, Duke, what is this dump?
When any of the gangs in the land, we check in here before heading for the hideout.
Pretty cautious, ain't you?
Yeah, you better be too if you're gonna tie in with Murkland. Hello, Kelsey. Phone the chief. I'm coming in with a new recruit.
New recruit, eh? You've got Ted O'Hara, federal agent. He framed you to bring him to Murkland.
Don't shoot. This double-crossing rat is my meat. That female cop hadn't handed me an unloaded rod, we'd have finished O'Hara right there and then. Who is this?
Police Commissioner Cameron.
Vic Murkland. You got everything, his voice, his walk.
Yeah, lucky for all of us that I have. If I hadn't been in the commissioner's office last night...
Well, how was I to know it was a frame-up?
Remind the alibis. Another bonehead play like that and we'll all land in the clink. Now listen. We're going to start our protection insurance racket with the R.J. Cook Enterprises. They're just about to finish the Channel Island Tunnel.
That grand opening ceremony is a sweet setup for us. Music, radio broadcast, and all the city big shots present.
Right. And according to Cook's contract, the tunnel has to be finished and ready for public passage by noon tomorrow.
It'll cost him plenty if he don't meet the deadline.
Yeah, and plenty if he does. Duke, I want you to go see this Mr. Cook and tell him. You came close to getting Murkland through Duke Graham. Perhaps a scare like that will cause him to pull out.
It's not likely. His rackets thrived in this town before he was jailed.
Yes, this is Commissioner Cameron.
R.J. Cook speaking. I've just had a racketeer in here.
Yes, Cook.
Man calling himself Smith. He's threatening trouble with a new tunnel job unless I come across.
Oh, I don't think you have anything to worry about. However, I'll have the guards at the tunnel doubled.
Just a minute, Mr. Cook. Can you describe the man? This is Ted O'Hara, federal agent.
About 6 feet tall, weighed 180 pounds, dark hair and real dark eyes.
We'll check on that. Meantime, go right ahead with your plans.
Thanks.
Not at all. Just the usual shakedown.
Looks as though Murkland's gone to work again. I'll inspect the tunnel and then go to see Cook. Your description of this man, Smith, sounds as though he might be Duke Graham, Murkland's right hand. You've heard nothing more from him?
Not a word. We're opening the tunnel at noon tomorrow. Cook speaking.
This is your friend Smith. Listen, don't interrupt. For 20 grand under the rock at the big oak tree, on Channel Island at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. Or else.
Dirty blackmailers. I'll put nothing under that tree but a squad of police with riot guns.
And nobody would show up, Mr. Cook. You just sit tight and let me handle this. See you later.
Calling Garson.
Boy calling Garson.
Come in, Boyd.
No money sent. Fire your blast as soon as the sightseers enter the tunnel.
I got you. I'll listen to the broadcast.
Here we are on the air to bring you a word picture of the opening of the $6 million channel tunnel connecting sunny Santa Alicia Island with the mainland. The governor's party is just arriving with a full police escort. The air is tense with excitement, ladies and gentlemen, as the tunnel is being opened.
I'd say Mr. Cook is getting a break with you on the case, O'Hara. Your quick thinking and fast action saved the tunnel from complete destruction.
And what's more important, you saved the lives of a lot of people.
But I didn't catch Murkland or any of his gang. He's smart, has brains.
Excuse me. Yes?
Mr. Cook's on the phone.
Hello, Cook.
Cameron, I just received another extortion demand from the Murkland gang. They threatened my GI housing plan.
Surely you're not going to pay off.
Certainly not. But you must put more men to guard my various construction jobs.
I'll give you every available man in my department. Right. Goodbye. What do you suggest?
First, I'll check on all of Cook's construction jobs and see where they're vulnerable.
Do you want me to help?
Good idea. Let's go. See you later.
Benson Sanitarium.
Murkland speaking.
Oh, I'm glad you called. Commissioner Cameron's gone on a hunger strike. Duke wants to bump him.
No, certainly not. We've got to save him to take the rap when I finish my impersonation of him. If he gets too weak, feed him by force.
Okay, boss. Take him away.
Put Duke on.
Duke.
Yeah, Chief. Got a little job for you, Duke. Cook just called and won't buy our protection.
Put the heat on him.
Right, I'm on my way. This is gonna hurt Cook more than it does me.
miniature dollhouse. Well, what you want with it, I can't imagine.
As soon as I finish the analysis, I'll show you.
What is it?
Do it. There we are.
Ted O'Hara, will you please tell me what all this hocus pocus is about?
Oh, I'm sorry, Francis. If my analysis is correct, the Murkland gang is using pyrocene to start the fires at the Cook Enterprises.
Pyrocene? I've heard of that.
It's safe when in liquid form, but highly inflammable when dry. I believe they spray it on. And when it becomes thoroughly dry, it bursts into flames. The heat generated is so tremendous that it destroys everything in its area. You understand?
Now I see the why of the dollhouse. Well, if I have to wait 24 hours for results, I may just as well be comfortable.
Hardly so long as that. Wait and see. I only use a little, and the heat from the lamp should dry it out quickly. And then we'll...
Your analysis was right. That pyrocene is dangerous stuff.
It sure is. So dangerous it can only be sold by a government-bonded company.
That would be the Cornwall Chemical Company on the other side of town. They're the only company operating under government bond.
All right, have the commissioner put a stop order on the pyrocene shipment. And tell him I'm on my way to the Cornwall Chemical Company. And you see, Mr. Cook, by spraying pyrocene onto the lumber before it went into the building, they didn't have to be on the job to start the fire.
I wonder if all the lumber in my yard has been treated that way.
No, or it would have gone up in smoke before now. I'm certain they treat the lumber after it leaves the yard and before it reaches the job.
That must mean that some of your drivers are selling out.
Obviously. And now to prove we're right. Mr. Cook, your yard runs a night shift, doesn't it?
Yes.
Well, Well, Sergeant Blake and myself will take the night guard's place on the Allen Street job. Now, tonight when the lumber is delivered, we're all set, Francis.
Here comes the lumber cook order.
Just a minute, men. I want to inspect that load of lumber.
Hop to it, brother. Nobody's stopping you.
Positive test, Francis. Lumber is soaked with pyrosine. You men are under arrest for attempted arson.
Now what? We can't get to our truck.
See if you can start that one.
Where are they?
Over behind that building.
Let's go.
Good morning, sir.
Morning, Hayden.
O'Hara called just a few minutes ago.
Yes?
He got to the bottom of that sabotage racket.
You mean the GI housing project?
That's right, sir.
Glad to hear that. Any details?
No, but he said he'd report in later. And that he and Sergeant Blake are on their way over to Cook's to get some data on that truck driver and his helper.
Very good.
Oh, by the way, that 645 shipment goes today.
645?
Say, this Murkland business is really getting you down, isn't it? That's the Cook payroll shipment for which you make the arrangements.
Oh, of course, Hayden. I almost forgot. Thanks for reminding me. I'll take care of it.
Very well, sir.
Five.
So obviously, the lumber was treated with pyrosine en route to the building site.
Amazing.
With extra guards put on the trucks, Mr. Cook, You won't have any more interference with your GI home construction.
Feels good to know that Murkland will be off my neck for a while.
Here are the personnel cards on those two men. Parker was the driver. His helper was Brent.
And only on the job 2 weeks.
A little sketchy.
But it could cut a wedge in the Murkland gang.
A deep one, I hope.
That depends on what we can find out from these.
Good luck.
We'll save time if you check on Brent.
A pleasure.
And we'll meet back at my place after I comb through Parker's apartment. Mr. Cook?
I don't like this way of doing it very much.
We had to get the dope in that 645 shipment, didn't we?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Ah, he's as strong as an ox. He'll be all right. Take him away.
How is he, okay?
Sure.
Well, let's have it.
The doc sure made him talk.
What's this 645?
It's a night payroll of the Cook shipyards.
Big stuff. That 645 is code for the time the payroll leaves Cook's office.
Oh. And the commissioner's office selects the guard.
Better yet, the job is handled by just a single plainclothes man, so that he won't attract any attention.
Good deal. That ought to make it a cinch for you to knock over by yourself. You send those guys over to Parker's apartment?
Yeah. O'Hara won't find a thing when he gets there.
Go for that gun.
Who this guy is?
If he was a little heavier, he could be Joe Lewis.
It's O'Hara, special agent.
Oh, a big guy. We better check with Duke on what to do with him. He's due at Fiddler's Call out at 7.
No, I better talk to Murkland personally.
I guess you're right.
Okay, I'll be seeing you.
Make it snappy. I'm getting hungry.
Look in the icebox. Parker always kept a hunk of salami in there.
That's a good idea. Quick, huh?
That's the last of the shipyard payroll. Remember to have the messenger sign the receipt.
Yes, sir. Sergeant Blake, City Police.
Mm-hmm. Pleased to meet you. Anything I can do for you?
I'm looking for some information about a man named Fred Brent.
Brent?
His landlady said he used to work here.
Brent. Oh, that no good character. Yeah, he used to work here. About 2 months ago, he walked off the job. And you know what?
Never mind the details. Do you know where he went? Or anything else about him?
Well, I'll tell you. Wait a minute. Here comes the guy who can give the dope on him.
This is a pleasant surprise.
I'm glad you showed up in time. This copper was asking a lot of questions about Brent.
Anything else?
No.
Good.
What are they going to do with her?
Help me get her in that truck.
Right.
Sit down, you're bothering me.
Hey, Chief, O'Hara and that female copper got away with the cook payroll.
I know it. O'Hara called me. Give me a cigarette.
Oh. Since O'Hara's on this case, Cook's getting all the breaks.
Yeah? We're not through with Cook yet. We're going to sell him our protection insurance one way or another. When he pays off, we'll be able to crack every merchant in town.
Sounds good, Chief. What are you cooking up for Cook? Get it? What are you cooking up for?
Yeah, I get it. I want you to wait here. O'Hara's bringing the money over to my office. And I'll send it over to Cook by messenger.
So I do a little hijacking, huh?
That's the general idea. I'll call you as soon as O'Hara leaves my office. Hello, O'Hara. Sergeant.
Commissioner?
It was good work. Cook will certainly be happy to get his money back.
Yes, but I'd feel a lot better if we'd have gotten a lead to Murkland.
He does seem to have a perfect hideout, doesn't he?
Well, clever at least.
Are you sure that Murkland's in the city? Perhaps he's directing his gang by long distance.
You know, I believe you've got something there. You may be in the wrong town.
It's a possibility, but I don't think that's the answer. Murkland would almost have to be here. He works too fast to be out of town. Besides, he's getting information about my moves.
Are you suggesting that there's a leak in the police department?
No, but then again, that's a possibility, too. I suspect one of Cook's employees.
Well, that sounds reasonable, Ted. You're chasing that down, of course.
I'll check on it as soon as I deliver this money to Cook.
Oh, no need to make a messenger out of yourself. I'll have it delivered.
It's no trouble, Commissioner. I'm going there anyway.
What about Fiddler's used car lot? Fiddler is undoubtedly one of Murkland's men.
You're one step ahead of me, Sergeant. We'll go to Fiddler after we leave Cook. That might be the lead we're looking for. We'll see you later.
Good luck. Hello, Vincent. This is Murkland. O'Hara's delivering the Cook money himself, so we'll have to change our plans. Yeah. Tell Duke to get over to Fiddler's right away and make sure there's nothing there that might lead O'Hara to us. He's going there next. Okay. Better yet, tell Fiddler to clear out. Right.
Here comes those nosy coppers.
Getting back at the building.
Hey, Fiddler!
You think we can flank them?
You run a dump truck?
Yes, I think so. Why?
Climb in and raise the body, and then back up towards the shack. I'll cover you. Let's go. That did it, Francis. Let's see what they were up to.
Looks as if they were getting ready to clear out.
These records might be a tip-off to Murkland. Let's take them to my apartment.
Another bill for gas and oil. They were even saving blank paper.
Wait a minute. Odd that this should be on a used car lot.
What is it?
A transparency pad. You know, the kind you draw on and then have blueprinted.
There aren't any drawings on here.
No, but there was some sort of drawing on the sheet before this one. See, you can just make out the lines.
Probably a new engine or something.
We'll find out.
Starboard, midsection, superstructure, hangar plate. Sounds like part of a ship.
It is.
What interest could Murkland have in shipbuilding?
Cook builds ships, and Murkland's concentrating on them. We'll take this to Cook's office and see what goes.
Good idea.
You recognize it?
I think so. It's an exact copy, all right. I don't see...
Show me what part of the ship it refers to.
Certainly. This hangar plate here.
What's its main function?
Well, we build ships in sections and assemble the sections like this. That plate, together with 3 others, supports the entire superstructure as it's being hoisted into place on the hull.
Then if the specifications of the hangar plate were changed, weakening it, the superstructure would crash, wouldn't it?
Just like that. Do you think...
I think Murkland plans to sabotage your shipyards.
That mustn't happen.
When will the next ship be assembled?
This afternoon. In about 30 minutes.
Operator, get me the superintendent at the shipyard. Hurry. Operator, hurry on that call.
Sorry, sir, they don't answer.
Keep trying. If you get through to the shipyard, stop everything until you hear from me. I'll get out there and see if I can stop them before they hoist that superstructure.
Operator! Operator, on that call to the shipyard.
Stop the crane. The superstructure's been sabotaged.
The what?
Don't argue, man. Hurry. If it's raised over the hull, it'll crash.
Give me 412. Hurry.
Relax, O'Hara. You're gonna see Cook's toy go boom.
accurate list of casualties is available. The injured are being rushed to hospitals, including Benson Sanitarium, a mental hospital, which is not far from the scene of the accident.
Your superintendent was unconscious when they put him in the ambulance.
I got word that they'd taken him to Benson's place.
Ward 21, then down the end of the corridor.
Everybody thinks it was an accident, so don't let any of these people see Cameron.
He may start yelling.
Tell him he's one of your violent cases. Meantime, I'll go down and give him a little advice. Oh, so it's you. I'd hoped O'Hara had exposed you when the police were here. I'm in command of the police. None of your people even suspect that I am not Cameron. Your plastic surgery trick won't fool them forever. And I hope to see you hang. I doubt if you live that long. I just came to give you a little advice. I've got a man posted outside your door, and if you make any disturbance whatever, I'll have you beat to a pulp. Keep that in mind.
O'Hara's coming in with R.J. Cook.
Okay, Slater, put a man outside Cameron's door. Hello, O'Hara.
Commissioner?
Hiya, Mr. Cook. Meet Dr. Benson. Mr. O'Hara, Mr. Cook.
Doctor?
How are my men, Doctor?
Well, doing as nice as could be expected. Most of the cases are shock and concussion. But your superintendent, however, is still in a coma. But you can see some of the others.
We'd like to, Doctor.
Right. This way, please.
It's all very tragic, gentlemen. I'm afraid we didn't learn much that's helpful.
I'm staying here for a while in case my superintendent regains consciousness.
I hope he'll be able to shed some light on how the accident happened.
Maybe you'll drop me at the shipyard on your way in, Commissioner. I'd like to check a few things over there.
Glad to.
Phone me at my place if you learn anything.
See you later, gentlemen.
You're lucky that more of the men weren't more seriously injured in this accident.
But it wasn't an accident, Doctor. Mr. O'Hara is convinced that Vic Murkland...
Help me. I'm Police Commissioner Cameron. These men are holding me. They're holding me against my will. Get me out of this.
One of our more violent cases. He thinks he's Commissioner Cameron.
But he looks like Cameron.
Sure, he's a dead ringer for him. That's what started his hallucination. I've got Napoleon, Caesar, and Abraham Lincoln in the back there. Would you care to see them?
Another time, Doctor. I didn't realize it was so late. I must get back to my office. Thanks, Doctor. Take good care of my men.
Bye, Mr. Cook.
What did Cook say? Does he suspect?
Certainly. That's why I wouldn't wait. Get hold of Duke, quick.
Yeah.
Mr. O'Hara back?
Oh, Mr. Cook. Mr. O'Hara called in just after you hung up. I gave him your message. He's on his way there.
Oh, thanks. Attention, Special Agent O'Hara. This is R.J. Cook speaking. It is my belief that Murkland has had his face altered by plastic surgery and is taking the place of the police commissioner. The real commissioner, Cameron, is a prisoner at Benson's crime.
Get that record. We'll break it.
Yeah, there's probably enough on it to hang us all.
I'll take that record. Nice shooting, Sergeant.
Yes, but the record's smashed.
Maybe not beyond fixing. Gather up the pieces while I call the commissioner.
Mr. Cameron.
This is O'Hara. Cook has just been killed in his office.
Killed? How? Who did it?
Duke Graham. I caught him red-handed. He and one of his pals. Graham escaped, but the other one is dead.
Did Cook have a chance to talk before he died?
He'd apparently made a statement on a dictaphone dictating machine. The record's broken, but I think I can piece it together.
Okay, I'll send over the coroner and a couple of boys from the homicide squad right away.
Very good, Commissioner.
I think I have all of it, but it's pretty badly broken.
Run down to the drugstore and get some strong, quick-drying cement. Duffy's plastic cement if they have it.
Right.
Afraid our fingerprinting won't do any good, Mr. O'Hara. Graham's escaped and the other fellow's in the morgue.
This recording is what I think it is. We'll nab Murkland without the need of fingerprints.
Think you'll be able to play that thing when you get it finished?
I may have to help it over the rough spots. I think it'll play. There we are. Now let's see what Cook was trying to tell us. Stick around, men. This may prove interesting.
Sorry, we've got to get these prints to headquarters.
Attention, Special Agent O'Hara. This is R.J. Cook speaking. Speaking. Attention, Special Agent O'Hara. This is R.J. Cook speaking. It is my belief that Murkland has had the
Sure wish we could have found out what was on that record. You know, Sarge, I have a hunch there's a leak in the commissioner's office.
Come to think of it, I've never seen those two characters in our fingerprint department either.
What's the difference? Even if Cook is dead, Cook Enterprises are still in business and still our pigeon. Got nothing to worry about except O'Hara.
Want me to bump him off?
No, what's the matter? You crazy or something? I got a better idea. It'll make O'Hara do just exactly what I want.
That I gotta see. That I gotta see.
You will. Get over there and write me a note.
Okay, shoot. Who's it go to?
Ted O'Hara. Willing to make a deal and spill all I know about the Murkland setup. They've double-crossed me. I promised to turn state's evidence if you'll give me a break. If interested, come alone to 223 Front Street, room 25, tomorrow afternoon, 2 o'clock. Signed, Duke Graham.
Duke Graham? That's me.
Don't worry, sign it.
Hello, O'Hara.
What's the matter, O'Hara? Don't you trust me?
You know I don't. Let's get down to cases. What's on your mind?
Sit down. Sit down, O'Hara. Just what I said in the note. I'm willing to turn state's evidence in return for immunity.
Immunity?
Yeah, that's it.
You know I can't make any promises. I'll do what I can with the district attorney. Besides, we'll run you down eventually, Duke. Nobody ever made crime pay off.
Okay, O'Hara. You're a square guy. Besides, I've got a beef against Murkland anyway. And I'd do a little time to see him get his.
Start talking.
Remember the Smith kidnap case?
Yeah?
Well, Murkland was responsible for that. Only when the payoff came, it was in marked money. And we couldn't even use it. Now Murkland wants me to get rid of it. I can't do that with these markings on it. You know what happens to me if I try to pass marked money. That's the reason I decided to write that note to you.
You couldn't spend it, so you decided to sell out Murkland. Is that right?
Well, I got a thief, ain't I?
All right, Duke. On your feet. You're taking me to where I can find Murkland.
All right, Joe. That's enough.
I got it all.
You're a sucker, O'Hara.
So you're even going in for blackmail, eh, Duke?
You guessed it, O'Hara. You're in pictures now. Evidence of you taking a bribe. And it's going right to the Times as soon as it's developed, unless...
Unless what?
Unless you're only pretending to be trying to run us down while really taking orders from Murkland.
Well, I'll, need time to think it over, Duke.
I'll give you time. 1 minute. Give me the camera, Joe.
right?
It was a trap, all right. And I had a hard time making Duke think he knocked me out. I see you did your part.
I put the calcimine in the radiator and opened the petcock, like you said. It'll be easy to follow his trail.
Better start now. Take it easy. We don't want Duke to know he's being followed.
That's Duke's car, all right.
I'll stay here while you go for the police. Murkland and the rest of the gang might be in there with Duke.
Hey, Duke, open up. It's Trent.
Keep your shirt on, Trent. We'll be ready for you in a minute.
Okay, let Trent in.
Okay, come on in.
Any jury would convict him of bribery with this evidence.
You know, boys, we've got O'Hara right where we want him.
Sure have. Hand me the film.
Branson speaking.
Yeah?
Duke just came in. Says O'Hara met with an unfortunate accident.
Nothing serious, I hope.
No. Just fell in the river and forgot to come up.
Okay, Benson. Now we got a chance to work easier.
Sure enough. And you want Duke to get started on a fur deal?
Yeah, right away. I'll check with you later.
Right.
Come in.
Hello, Cameron.
Good afternoon, sir.
Why, I didn't expect to see you so soon.
Pretty close this time.
Did you, get the film?
No, I didn't. I grabbed it before your men arrived and got away on a motorcycle. Duke chased me, and when my tire blew, I went over the cliff. I must have blacked out when I hit, because I don't remember a thing until I came to the surface.
And the film is at the bottom of the river where it can do nobody any harm.
Yes, and no good either. Here we are right back where we started from, with no clues and no leads, and the Murkland gang still doing business as usual.
Not quite, Commissioner. Going back to the farmhouse, we picked up a couple of things that might prove very valuable.
You did? What are they?
This page from the newspaper with an item torn out of it. And this incompletely burnt memo slip.
I don't see how you can make anything out of this.
Well, I can try with some equipment I have in my apartment. Came out pretty clear. It's a shipping order. 126 Front Street. Metal drum covers.
What does that mean?
I don't know. But I'll check the address and see what gives. In the meantime, you check the newspaper files on that missing clipping. Let's go. When you're through, meet me at 126 Front Street.
Right.
Nice job, Finch.
Thanks.
Once we get the tops of these drums filled with fuel, no copper in the world will suspect they're phonies. And that includes O'Hara. See you again.
Make it soon. Hey, buddy. What do you want?
Say, I'd like to get an estimate on a job.
Oh, sorry, but you see the boss is out, and I don't know anything about prices.
It's all right. I'll wait.
Oh, but he won't be back until tomorrow morning. Why don't you come around then?
Brother,
Okay,
that Murkland gang sure pays off. Hey, what is this, a stick-up?
I'm Special Agent O'Hara. Now, what do you know about the Murkland gang? Nice shooting, Sarge. I'll do the same for you someday.
I'll remember that, Mr. O'Hara.
The name is Ted.
All right, Ted. What did you find out?
Not much, except that fellow and the one who got away were doing business with Murkland. But I haven't the slightest idea what it is. Oh, how about the Clayton?
It's about a shipment of rare furs from Canada.
$250,000. Well, that sounds more along Murkland's line.
I phoned the fur company, and they said the stuff was being trucked in today.
By what route?
Highway 77, by way of Glenwood.
All right, let's check it. Looks like trouble. O'Hara, special agent. What happened here?
I was forced off the road by a truck. My whole load of furs was hijacked.
Did you see who it was?
No, must have bumped my head when I hit, because I don't remember a thing until I came to just a few minutes ago.
You all right now?
Yeah, I can take care of myself.
Good. Hello, headquarters.
Headquarters, come in.
This is O'Hara. Block all roads in the vicinity of Glenwood. Search all vehicles for a hijacked shipment of furs valued at $250,000.
Dragnet has been thrown out to catch the hijackers of the $250,000 fur shipment.
You might as well go back to town and wait for some results.
On the way in, we can check one of those roadblocks.
Good. Whereabouts is it?
Archer Crossroads in the vicinity of Fairview.
Roadblock. How are we gonna get through with that load of furs? You kidding? The way that stuff is camouflaged, we got nothing to worry about. Just let me do the talking.
I ain't saying a word.
What are you carrying?
Supplies and gasoline from Millbrook Farm.
Okay, go ahead.
Good afternoon, Sergeant Blake.
Hello, Morgan. This is Special Agent O'Hara.
How are you?
Hello, Morgan. Any luck?
No, a couple of cars. Just one truck went through a few minutes ago carrying a load of gasoline drums.
Were the drums empty?
No, they were full up.
You're sure?
Well, I knocked on them.
Okay, thanks.
Hey, what's the rush?
Remember the infrared photo? 100 steel drum covers?
Yes. You think...
Right, Sarge. And we're gonna find out where those gasoline drums are really full of. There she is.
Speed her up and keep going.